And we're back on the air here on GJRB Online, here on Spreaker. You're listening to the Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra, and we're wrapping up our program today with our last 20 minutes of stuff here, about 22 actually. So we're going to use that time efficiently by doing our Spreaker shout-outs. So we're going to do that real quick and get in on that. So we're going to go into our music for that here and get our Spreaker shout-outs. Brought to you by Spreaker, where you too can be an internet broadcaster like me, either get listeners, or either your show takes off or it doesn't. But it's always fun just doing this radio stuff anyway, because every once in a while we'll get a Spreaker follower in here. Not always, but sometimes. Let's see what we've got here coming up. I'm going to go up the page a little bit and get our theme up here. And get ready because it's time for our Spreaker podcast shout-outs. Brought to you by Spreaker, Spreaker. It's speaker spelled wrong on purpose. It's a great podcast platform. Absolutely one of the best. The only one I know of that you can actually broadcast live. It's incredible. Check it out. Spreaker. Spreaker. And there are great ways start an account. Follow me, and you can listen to these shows there too. Spreaker, Spreaker. It's a great platform for radio, internet radio at its best. And you can listen to our programs on here. The podcasts are available here on Spreaker, Twitter, and also on YouTube, and every once in a while on SoundCloud. So you can check our program in other places. But even though they don't listen to me, and even though I don't get that much listeners on an average basis on this program on a Saturday afternoon, I still promote some of the greatest podcasters out there, and there are a lot of them out there. Man, there's like a whole load of podcasters out there. I'm telling you what, you got to check them all out. They're fabulous. And they do tune in here once in a while. And but I still promote their shows because they have great shows. The top of the book, and I do this on every Saturday because it's kind of, like about maybe 3 days away from Tuesday. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Sunday, Monday. Yeah, kind of about 3 days away. So I always like to promote, first off and foremost, Ed Delgado and the Caramel Conservative podcast. Had another great one this week. We repeated that on our 9-foot signal just before airtime today at 1 o'clock. Had a great show. Enjoyed it. But you can listen to them live every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock Central Daylight Time, 6 o'clock Pacific, right here on Spreaker. Ed Delgado, the Caramel Conservative, talks a lot about what's going on in the news around the world, gives you his honest opinion, tells you what it's like, tells you what's going on. It's a great way to spend an evening if you're tired of television like I am. Ed Delgado, the Caramel Conservative, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight right here on Spreaker. And along with that, another guy who does a really good job is the Belly Blast. Comes out of Houston, Texas. His name is John, but he calls himself OBFSU, our Big Fat Soft Underbelly, live. Well, he's not always live. He has a great podcast. He pre-records it and puts them up. I'm going to do that once in a while for this program, I think. I want to take a lot of this show because there's another podcast platform I'm going to mention here. I forgot the name of it now, but I know I saved it on my... I know I saved it in my rundown of favorites. And I'm thinking about taking this show and putting it over there. Some of it, just to see if we can get a bite somewhere. And see what would happen if I were to put my show over there. This one, at least. Put it together and put it up there and see what transcribes from it. It could prove interesting. But you can listen to the podcast of Ed Delgado. You can listen to the OBFSU just go to his site, and he talks a lot about different things. And then you got a guy out of Illinois. This guy talks a lot about what's going on in the news. He gives you his comment on what new movies are coming out, what he thinks is the best, what the great films are, stuff like that. It's absolutely incredible. His name is Bob Huber. Huber Experience. He's absolutely fabulous. Check him out, Bob Huber, the Huber Experience. He's on live. He does live podcasting. Hasn't been on for a while. He's kind of taking a hiatus, taking care of his mother. What a good boy. And he'll be back, I'm sure. Bob Huber, the Huber Experience from Illinois. And tune into him. Usually he does Sunday. Sometimes he does Tuesday. Sometimes he does Thursday. He packs a lot into 15 minutes. Check it out. And then going on the other side of that, we have another guy comes out of Houston, just about north of OBFSU. And I guess they know each other a little bit. I know that. He comes out of LaPorte, Texas. His name is BJ McNamara, otherwise known as Black Dragons Radio. Yep. Plays all your favorite music. Plays 80s stuff. I love a lot of his 80s music. Some of it I play. It's great. Tune into him. And now he's on another podcast platform, which I know I saved it because I have a password for it. And I'm thinking about trying to put this show over there and see if I get any responses. But he has a good show. Plays a lot of good music. And you have to tune into it. It's Black Dragons Radio. Tune into this guy. Absolutely fabulous. He's right here on Spreaker, but he's going to another platform. Yeah, I'm left here in the dark, so to speak. Everybody leaving me on this platform. Come on, this was the hottest platform. What happened? Anyway, Spreaker. He's leaving it, but he has a good show. I like him. Anyway, BJ McNamara. Tune into him, Black Dragons Radio, and it's fabulous. And where do you find all these great podcasters? Well, you find them by getting into the GJRB online public site. Fairly simple. Just get on the GJRB online public site. www.spreaker.com/user/512-0525. Isn't that bad? I think I actually remembered my address to get in on my Spreaker. Imagine that. I actually did. Wow. Maybe my brain isn't as bad as I thought it was. I actually remembered that. Go figure. It's wow. Okay. That is right. 512-0525. Or if you just want to get in on my Spreaker public site, by getting into Twitter, I'm the Radio Maniac, and you can listen to this show right there as well. And check it out. I have some really good stuff for you. You know, some good stuff on there. And also, before I forget, I do a video version of this program. I'll be doing another one coming up. As a matter of fact, I'm going to stay on just a little longer. I don't like to waste my 45 minutes. I like to use it up. So I'm going to stay on just a little bit longer because I have no one following me today. So I'm going to stay on a little longer. Just about maybe, because I got 36 minutes left of this. So I'm going to stay on till like almost 6:30 and around there anyhow. Just to finish the show out. Or at least until I get this one segment done. Anyway, getting back to it. So I get squirreled like Mike. Speaking of which, I should always mention Mike Myers and the Radio Hope Network. Every morning, 7 mornings a week, 8 o'clock in the morning, Central Daylight Time, 6 o'clock a.m. Pacific, 5 o'clock if you live in Alaska. And don't forget, you can also tune in if you're in the East, like Pennsylvania, all the way down the Eastern Seaboard. You can catch it at 9 o'clock in the morning. He plays great music, plays a great variety of stuff, and talks a lot about the Lord and what He means to you, means to me. You know, he's just an outstanding guy, and he makes me feel good when sometimes I feel low. And you know, I'm gonna tune into him. It's Mike Myers and the Radio Hope Network. Tune in 7 mornings a week, 8 o'clock a.m. Had a great podcast this morning. Listened to a little bit of it. Absolutely fabulous. Matter of fact, it played on my GJRB LPFM side, the 9-foot signal, the 9-foot tower. Yep, Spreaker FM 88.9 at 12 o'clock this afternoon. And I usually catch all his shows. I get behind a little bit, so I kind of pick and choose some of the ones that I haven't heard. Some of the ones I haven't heard, I usually listen to while I'm prepping for the next show. But he does. I love to listen to him while I'm prepping for my next show. I always do that. It's just a fun way of doing it. Mike Myers and the Radio Hope Network. Tune into him. It's fabulous and absolutely incredible. So check it out. Mike Myers and the Radio Hope Network. And then you'll find all these guys by getting on my Spreaker public site, by getting in there. I'm the Radio Maniac on Twitter. You'll find the Antique Radio emblem. Just click in there, that balloon icon. Takes you right into my chat room. You can say hi live on the air. And I did 45-minute segments today, hoping that maybe perhaps if I stay live, and it would keep my chat room active for anybody that comes in. Nah, no one come in, so oh well. Anyway, it's a hit and miss thing, I think is what it is. You can catch our show live anyway, the rest of this show, by getting on Twitter and listening there. And you click that icon, and it comes up with the widget. The player comes up. You'll see my. You'll see the. You can either click it to get into the page. Either way, it takes you into my chat room, and go over to followers, and you'll see all the people that follow me, and I follow them. A great bunch of people. USA Network. They have some old time radio. It's that same old time radio that you hear on KXEL out of Waterloo, Iowa. On Saturday night. Fabulous show. It's called the USA Radio. They got Zachary Baroque, otherwise known as Zach Friller. He's fabulous. Has a great music show on MTFB Aviation Network. Got some. All of them are on here. These are the people that I follow. These are the ones I'm following, and they're also my followers. I have some fabulous followers that listen to this broadcast. I have a new one, Elathea Studios, brand new one. Byron from Wicked Pissa Radio is there. Blake Myers, who I'm hoping I can get a hold of him. I need to get a hold of Blake because I want to, maybe one of these Saturdays he could come on and talk about his experience with the Ragbri. Also, some people who don't broadcast. There's some people that don't podcast. Caprice Marie, Jen, Eaches, Jen B. Otherwise, other people are on here and they broadcast a good show. Cutting Edge Radio, Inspiration After Dark 64, play some good stuff. Huber, I mentioned him earlier. Keith Brooks, there's a lot of his music on here. If you're a musician, artist, you can also record your music on here, and I'll get it and play it on my show. Beyond the Strange, WJAZ from Lexington, Kentucky. Great smooth jazz. They're all on here. The Mike Myers, Spaced Out Radio, which is on tonight with a weekend host at 11:06 p.m. Central Time, 9:06 Western. Mr. White, all of them on here. Snarky Ozzy Jarvis, who for some reason must be mad at me or something. She doesn't even get on here and listen to me anymore. Let's see. Other people that follow me. Era Winterland, he's another great musician and artist. We were playing his music on our show, haven't for a while. And they're all on here, every single one of them. You can catch them right here. They're all my followers. And they have different shows, different parts of the day. So check it out. That's SPREAKER, Spreaker. And, of course, they have some great premiums. They have discounts that pop up every once in a while where you get 30%. as broadcaster. There's where you got one. I think it's 500 hours plus a lot of pre-roll stuff and everything, and more stats. I have to look at my stats. I haven't looked at them lately. They're on here. Other ones that you can check out that are pretty good. They're all on here, so check it out. Spreaker, Spreaker, start an account, get 15 minutes of live radio free, and you can upgrade. It's fabulous, and great prices too. So that's Spreaker, 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 and let your voice be known to the world. Share your voice with the world. Spreaker. Okay, we're about 6 minutes away from the top of the hour of 6 o'clock and 29 minutes left of the show, so I'll probably going to close out here by saying that what we got coming up again this week and what I'm going to be coming up in October here on GGRB Online. Wow, October already. Jeez, where's the year gone? I can't believe September's just about over. Wow. Anyway, we'll be on the air this week. I got some good stuff coming up this week. Don't forget, Gary Russen program. Will be on midweek. Let's start off Monday. Tomorrow may or may not be on. Positive Rock Show. Monday, no broadcast because I've got to get some stuff done, and I've got to get some production worked on. I have a few shows I want to work on. I want to work on my way out there and get that ready to go on the air. Another episode of radio, television, and movie classics for October. I want to play another episode of Crooners. I'm trying to get all these the puzzle piece together with more shows and getting these shows scheduled. So I'm doing Spontaneous in the month of October. Spontaneous continues now. Spontaneous summer over today. We had a great summer season of programming. Wasn't too bad. Empty shows, but we've had some listeners. Enjoyed doing the radio this summer. Was hoping we would have had the 3-hour plan earlier, but things happen. But we got a good fall coming up, and hoping we get some more programs in the fall, some more good shows that will be on the air. I have a lot of really good ideas for fall for our program in October. Like I said before, in October we have Radioland, radio, television, movie classics. I have another Crooners. We'll also be doing, Crooners. Be doing some oldies, 50s, 60s, 70s rock and roll. October and Halloween, a great month for oldies. Going to have a lot of oldie shows, including playing some of those great novelty songs and stuff like that, like Running Bear and One Eye, One Arm, Flying Purple, People Eater, and all that Halloween stuff, Monster Mash. Play them all in October. October is also the month for we do our Radioland Halloween again and broadcast once again War of the Worlds. We'll have that on again this year. I have an episode of Radio. I'm going to try to get a couple episodes of Radioland in here, and we're going to start rerunning Radioland. Also this month, we're going to start rerunning Bible study from the very beginning. I'm going to go back way back in the old archives and pull out some early Bible studies. We're going to be rerunning those. And I hope that maybe we can get the last 7 days back. It should be in another week or so. Also, more broadcasts from the church studios. Our new studios, Studio B at the Church of Christ, will be back on the air or over there. And let's see, we have old time radio, Radioland back, Radioland Time Warp. I'm going to repeat that, last year's Time Warp. We didn't even done it at all this year. That was a pilot show we did last October, and I'm going to try to launch it. I don't know if I had that many listeners on it, but it was a pretty good show. What it really entails is it's Radioland Time Warp. I've done a lot of research for this show because I go back and I actually found old radio listings from the early days of radio. I found a bunch of them, and I'm looking for more. I'm looking for some old radio magazines that have the old radio listings. And I'm pulling out old network primetime radio programs and rebroadcasting in the original order they aired. In the 1940s on CBS, and back when prime time was starting to form on radio. I'm playing back some of those in their original time slots, in their original order, and playing these old shows. All the ones that I play on Radioland in their original order. I'm going to try some daytime programming in their original order. So we're going to try to dig up some more of those old soap operas. I did run an old radio episode of Guiding Light a couple of times. I ran a couple of old episodes of a show called A Brighter Day. And Vic and Sade is another one I'm thinking about running. So those are coming up. So look for that in October. And a few other great programs coming up on GJRB Online in the month of October. So stay tuned to GJRB Online. Please like us. If you're just tuning in, if you just found our broadcast, if you just found our podcast and you just got on Spreaker and you found it, it's GJRB Online. Just type it in the search engine. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about making a video commercial for that for our GJRB TV YouTube channel. By the way, GJRB also has a YouTube channel. You can catch all our audio programs on there. GJRB TV on YouTube. It's fabulous. I'll post that link in the. I'll post that link on the chat room part of my Spreaker. Matter of fact, why don't I do that now while I'm thinking about it? Should do that right now. I'm going to go to my YouTube channel. Let's see here. Go to my YouTube channel. Here we go. I'm going to pull that up. YouTube channel. Okay. GJRB TV YouTube channel. And I'm going to go over to where that is. Where my channel is. You'll see everything. Now I'm going to do this. I'm using the rest of the time to talk about our station because I really want to promote the station. I'm not getting any listeners whatsoever. So I want to promote this station, and then Ed Delgado is going to help me out and me get some graphics going here. Maybe I just need something eye-catching. Something that'll, get people to catch our station. So, I'm going to be doing that. Now I'm going in right now into you'll see it right there, GJRB TV YouTube channel, just big title Gary Russen, but in parentheses it says GJRB TV. And down the line you'll see all the videos that we have on there. Music from the 80s, Christian rock, that's from our all 80s 106.7, our Christian rock. I have all the shows that we have on the radio are on here, all the audio. Today's, actually there I'm looking at today's Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra. It's right there. Yesterday's broadcast is on here, so you can listen to those. And there's other stuff on here. Videos of my shows that I did. The one I did last Friday, the Gary Russen program on YouTube is on here. And you can watch them. And it's fabulous, and we want some subscribers. It would be fabulous. So subscribe to us and hit that notification bell, and you'll get notified when we are broadcasting, or we're doing a video, or we're on live. You'll get notified when we're doing that live. So I'm going to I can't do it on my. So I have to go into this. Okay, so let's go back into my main show stream. Go back into my chat room. Okay, and then put it here. And there you go. There's the GJRB TV YouTube channel. When I click it, that link, it'll take you right there. It's taking a while, but it'll take you right there. Yeah, there it is. Take it right there. There's our GJRB TV YouTube channel, and if you want to see that, there it is, right there. Absolutely fabulous. At least it shows that I have a thing in the chat room. That's just me, and I posted that so that people can catch our GJRB TV YouTube channel, and you can listen. You can watch and listen to our programs, all of them on that channel, and check our programs. And I'll be, I think I'll do that one day. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about trying that from because a lot of people were wondering maybe what our studio looks like. I might do that. I'm going to take some pictures of that too. But I'm going to do some live YouTube videos next week when I do my evening edition. I'm going to do one just to see if we can get some attention here somehow doing that. I'm not saying that'll be possible, but you never know. And we can do our program that way. So, check that out. GJRB TV YouTube channel, and listen to our shows and watch the videos that I have up there. And in October, I will have another Gary Russen program on YouTube while we're working on another episode. So I'll be working on that one as well. And also Music and Memories coming back too. I'm going to be working on those. Those are all spontaneous broadcasts, as a matter of fact. Spontaneous meaning you never know when we're going to be on the air here on GJRB Online. Whatever, whenever, whatever. Almost every day we're going to have some kind of programming on. Yeah, either here now, Saturday morning. Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning we'll be back on the air with the Gary Russen program, Gary J in the morning. So tune in and we'll be playing some of your favorite music. I'm going to start off locally on the 9-foot signal side by replaying the broadcast I had Thursday from our Studio B. It wasn't all that good though. Ran out of songs on that show, and that Spreaker kept on, that console kept on freezing. Just lovely. I know. Marvelous. Terrific. It does that. There's nothing I can do about that. It just freezes. Really, I can't say why it does it, but it does it over there. Me and Brian had to try to reactivate the microphone over there, but I will be repeating that broadcast on here on Spreaker FM 88.9. So tune in on that 9-foot signal listeners here in the neighborhood. And then right after that, I'll be on 88.9 here, and of course here on the GJRB online network for the Gary J in the Morning show. And it's going to be our regular MOR format, music, sports page, weather on the fives, all that good stuff, all on Tuesday morning until 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So tune in to that broadcast. That'll be on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, we're going to try to attempt to do a night version of the Gary Russen program. And I might even do a live video there, too. See what happens. I need to get it cleaned up for that. Look good for that, but I'm going to do it. Live video. Trying to make sure my nose is clear. And we'll do a video on that Wednesday night broadcast. So tune in for that. It's the Gary Russen program, evening edition, Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Central Daylight Time, 8 o'clock p.m. right here on Spreaker. And then on Thursday, back over to Church of Christ for another music show. And we'll do our positive rock show over there and maybe some other stuff. And then next Friday, we'll do the Gary Russen program, Freestyle Friday edition right here on Spreaker. Next Saturday, another Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra, right after the Hawkeye game. And then on Monday the 30th, my wife and I are celebrating our anniversary. And so 19 years, so I'm going to take that day off No radio on Monday the 30th. We'll be off the air that day. No radio that day. Monday the 30th. Anniversary. Yeah, 19 years. 19 fabulous years. So then we'll be back on probably that following Tuesday, which would be, let me see. Why do I always do that? Okay, that would be October 1st, which is a Tuesday morning, October 1st, 10-1. I'll be doing a Gary Russen, Gary J in the morning, possibly. And we'll see where else we can, then I'll start wrangling some schedules. So the rest of that month will be, other than the program scheduled, the top of the month, will be freestyle. Friday the 4th will be our smooth jazz, the wave of smooth jazz, smooth afternoon. The following Saturday will probably be our jazz, depending on how things go with that, the best of jazz. And then we're going to start scheduling programming. On the 7th, don't know yet. My wife and I have something going on there. I don't know. The 7th about whether or not I'll be on the air that day. Probably be doing some production and getting things ready for the month of October. So I'll be working on stuff. So that's pretty much what we got coming up over the next 2 weeks. Like I said before, I will post that on the GJRB Spreaker public site. I'll be having promos, and I'm going to be working on some stuff there. So that's pretty much how that's going to go. So just to let you know how that's all happening. And that's going to wrap it up for the Gary Russen program. The Gary Russen program, Saturday Extra, comes to a close. I want to thank you for tuning in. You can listen to this podcast anytime this weekend. And feel free to leave a comment. I usually go into my email and check and see if I have any messages on there. So you're welcome to listen anytime to this podcast. We'll be back next week for some more great broadcasts here on Spreaker on GJRB Online. Until then, have your best night ever and best rest of your weekend. We'll catch you soon. Good night, everyone. You hear great jazz on GJRB with the best of jazz, up-and-coming jazz, and smooth afternoon. If you can't get enough of jazz and you live in the Quad Cities area, tune in to KALA, St. Ambrose University in Davenport, Iowa, at 88.5 on the FM dial. Along with some of that great smooth jazz, you'll hear a lot of great jazz programming. And programming in other great music formats. Like blues, urban, including rap. Also classic R&B and Motown with David Baker on Rewind, Friday nights at 6 p.m. Central. In addition,
You get programming in Spanish and some great gospel programming too. For more information on that great programming you'll hear, check out their schedule at www.sau.edu/KALA. Even if you don't live in the Quad Cities area, you can enjoy KALA anywhere in the world with their internet stream. Connect with KALA. Listen and enjoy.
Whether it's baseball, basketball, hockey, even bowling, it's covered on Gary J's sports page. I'll talk about what's going on in the world of sports all over the USA. We'll read you interesting articles about the players and even keep up with the scores of the games going on live. I'll even have guests from time to time and just talk sports. Better than any newspaper page, it comes alive. Gary J's sports page. Join me for sports page at a brand new time, alternating Saturdays at noon on GJRB.
Imagine one day tuning around on your internet radio only to find a station playing old radio programs complete with commercials and thinking, what am I tuning into? The past? You might be, or it's just GJRB Online and Radioland. A day of nothing but classic radio shows back to back with classic commercials in between, like the days of radio. Almost like your computer is picking up signals through time. Closer than you'll ever get to time travel. Radioland. The blues. The primary start to rock and roll music. The music in which artists express their feelings through music. This is a new blues show featuring the best of the blues, with new emerging artists getting their thrill of hearing their selections played along with the greats like Muddy Waters, B.B. King, and Etta James, along with a whole lot more.
The doors open soon.
To the Blues House on GJRB.
You never know when GJRB is going to be on the air. More programming, more often, on the internet, on GJRB.
This is the GJRB Online Network.